Zelascelar with Mahonic going into his final and dready hairpin.
Yeah, I believe Zelascelar maybe used Mahonic quite a lot last year as well, if memory serves.
Oh man, what a bummer for Zelascelar. I know he's fond of using Mahonic on this track too.
Yeah, I think if you're not using Ben, Mahonic's a pretty decent pick actually.
Yeah. I know Mars is a pretty decent pick too.
Yeah, they have slight differences. Mahonic actually has a higher top speed than Mars, although it's not much significant. Mars has an extremely long boost, which is very useful on some sections.
And Mars also handles a lot better than Mahonic too.
Yeah, Mahonic has a very low traction, so he's a very slippery pod. Yeah, the main trouble with Ben is that you can easily underheat on this track because it's there's a lot of tight corners, so you need to be able to use his additional boost thrust effectively to really get a good time with him.
Same thing with Mars Glow.
Yeah, although Mars Glow's turning is a little bit superior to Ben, so it's a little bit easier to use the boost with him as opposed to Ben, I would say.
Yeah, I'd agree. Nacho's coming in with a 139 to 137.
That was Nacho, I believe, was it?
Yeah, that was Nacho.
Yeah.
And here comes Zelascelar with Mahonic with a 138.59. And that is 138.889. 589, I think it was.
Yes. Are you looking at the stream on your phone?
No, I'm not. For some reason, I can't get it clear on this stream on Discord.
Oh, right, okay. I've got a much clearer view, actually, of the numbers, so...
And Nut comes in with a 140.5353.
That's a pretty decent time with Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Better time. So not the easiest thing in the world to do, of course.
Particularly when Ben is so stiff. He is a very stiff handling pod, so I like to remark sometimes on these winding tracks that trying to handle Ben on them is like akin to handling a dragster on a Formula One track.
Yeah, he's very unresponsive, so he doesn't really turn very easy. Like his turning is quite good, but it's very sluggish. Yeah.
And the funny thing is that how the corkscrew has crashed, has ruined so many attempts. And I will note that that turn on Laguna Seca is one of the most infamous turns of any track in the world in real life. Okay, 31.0 Zelascelar. Buster's on his final lap. Final roll straight, final corkscrew, final rainy curve. Okay, this looks like he's gonna bust his 138 easily.
Yeah, it looks
and
like.
A 135.486 for Zelascelar.
It's a new lap record.
Nacho's going into a final lap with a new lap record, but could have been. Final roll straight for Nacho. Oh! Crashes in the roll straight before the corkscrew.
It takes a little bit of a while to get a feel for the pods as well. I think when you switch your pod, you have to sort of. It just takes you a few laps really to adapt to the different handling.
Definitely, because of how much kind of the pods are. For the most part, we will. Because this track, I know I used Bullseye for my record back in the day, just because he's so agile here. But Ben, Mars, and Mahonic are easily faster than him. And here we go. Nacho is going into the final lap again. Roll straight. Dreaded corkscrew. Not bad this time. Okay, Nacho is on. Oh, that bunk ruined it for him. What a bummer. A 29.88 for Domirae.
Yeah, it's extremely quick lap.
Yeah. Nails the corkscrew and rainy curve. Don't think he's gonna quite beat his time. Let's see, 30. 132.382 it looks like.
Yeah, I think he did.
I think he beat it.
Second lap. Nice, cleaner.
Going through the rainy curve right afterward. Not bad either.
The most important thing that we can see here is that Zelascelar has a hard time keeping his heat up because of the difficult turns. But 35.88, not a bad lap for Zelascelar.
But his
He gets a red
engine's
engine.
massive in the red.
This is just enough to not be pulled to the right.
Yeah, he doesn't quite know how to hold that boost through the roll straight up until the corkscrew.
Takes it through the corkscrew.
37.
On pace to beat is 156. Pretty solidly right now.
Yeah, he's going to annihilate it.
Is that going to be a 149?
149.88. 149.876.
Very nice. Sub 150 here. It cannot be emphasized that it's really hard to do if you don't know if you're not experienced with the track.
Yeah. My record is with Bullseye, and I got like 139.
Yeah, sub 140 Bullseye is pretty solid, especially on the N64 where it's a lot harder to boost the official pieces.
Yeah. Bullseye is just way more comfortable for me on the track. His agility's a dream. And the next track in Dwy Gateway is where Bullseye is actually the fastest pod on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we can see any sub 5s between these two. I suspect that maybe the cylinder can. I don't know if Decker will be able to. 151, that was a lot better.
151, reading through that if you're not confident on that. That would be very. Yeah, this track, yeah, the Andretti hairpin, which the cylinder just went through, and
Andretti hairpin and the corkscrew are really good. Especially if you don't know about the whole traction and sliding thing with Ben, because if you're used to having traction and this, then it's going to be really hard to make those commands.
yeah. Yeah, most of my lines came from, all my lines from my max upgrade times came from using 24/600.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially with Bullseye, you don't need the lower traction to make a lot of the turns pretty easily. So that makes sense.
Well, I just did it.
There.
Well, I just did it because I was just doing nothing on the 64. And
Yeah.
64 is fixed at 24 frames.
Oh,
man.
new lap record for the cylinder. Combined with a sub 36 first lap, he's on a really good pace for him.
Yeah.
If he can get another one of those laps, that's going to be a really nice time for the cylinder. On good pace. If he can survive this last bit.
Oh, he's in the red, but he's going to bake it. 143.36.
Really good improvement for the cylinder there.
143.364 for cylinder.
They're kind of in a tier of their own for difficulty with Grab Vine at the top. Baru Coast with Ben is right up there, though.
Yeah.
32.95 lap 1 for Metallica. That's pretty good. King Bean, good heat on that first turn. See what he can manage here. Apparently he can manage some frame drops. But yeah, this track is nasty. 32.03.
That's really solid for our first lap.
That is ahead of my PB by a little under a tenth for lap 1. So that's looking really good. I know King Bean's on a level where he can get a 132, but he said himself that this isn't one of his preferred tracks. Or at least not one of the ones he feels he excels at. 30.3 effectively. That's really nuts.
135.01 for Metallica.
It's not bad. King Bean's on, like, really good 132 pace. Like, low
135.009 for Metallica.
All right, watch the back half of King Bean's lap 3. This is where it's going to be do or die for his 132 for this attempt. But this is really looking solid.
He's
28
got
out of
it.
the last turn. Yes, he's got it. 132.91.
132.91. Like that's second overall after Domirae.
Yes, it is.
32.908 it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, Ben is pretty hard to use here. It's like, he's certainly the fastest. I'm not so sure who's second fastest. I think it's either Mahonic or Mars.
It is Bowles. Bowles is still the second
Bowles.
fastest, but Mars is number 3 just for ease of use and consistency.
Yeah. Mars is just... He's reliable and fast on this track.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Mars has basically all of Bullseye's strengths to a lesser extent, and his boost covers the same distance as Ben's, just slower. So Mars is a really interesting middle ground between the two, just because he has so much boost uptime.
Yeah. It's also why he tends to be used so much with Bullseye and Ben, too. He's kind of in between them. Because basically, if you want to know that...
That was a 48 lap for Mageius. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Because basically, if you really want to get good in this game, you need to know EB, Bullseye, Ben, and Mars at the minimum.
I mean, EB only if you're doing RTA runs.
RTA runs, yeah. But
if you're not
for
doing them, you don't
individuals-
have to bother.
Yeah. But otherwise, you'll be using Mars, Bullseye, and Ben for certain.
Hey, Mike, I'd rather he dodge the falling rock than drive right into it. Ooh, what did... King Bean just reset. Okay.
Not quite enough for Metallica.
It's not a bad run, though. 34.9 is a solid time.
Yeah.
Like, that's something I'd be pretty happy with on my qualifying. Oh, I didn't even realize. Mageius just took the short path. He's learning. Ah, he's actually looking quite a bit better on this attempt. And he just forgot the chicane existed. But it looks like he's going to beat out the penalty lap time. I think.
Gotta come close to it, though.
Hey, as long as it's faster than a 230, which it looks like it will be. Why did he release thrust?
226. 226.952, it looks like.
Hey, it's not a 230.
Yeah. I'm really wondering what's going to happen on Gravine Gateway, because the penalty time's 730, and when he did this track fully upgraded last year, he got 830.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see what happened with King BeandIp. That was a nice little start to that run. Very tight line through that bend, and good through the straight. Clean corkscrew, and if he gets a clean back half, we're up to a really good start.
The slight scrape.
Doesn't seem like a big deal. 30.7 lap for Metallica. That's his fastest of the session. 32.2 for King Bean. That's still possible to beat his 132. Yeah, that was a really nice lap 2 start too. Good line.
Oh yeah, Metallica's doing really good here.
Yeah, I'm looking at King Bean too. Metallica might get a 33 here. It's gonna be close. Nope, but it is a PB. 134.4.
134.42.
King Bean's on pace to beat his 132. See what he gets with this line. Not too bad. Took it a little safe.
134.1416.
Oh. King Bean throwing that attempt last second. All right, Metallica is opting to just sit on that 134, give his hands a break before the biggest test of the session. Oh, I didn't even notice Mageius was on Ben. Beleos, 20 seconds going into the roll straight with Bullseye. That's not too bad. Through the corkscrew without too much trouble. He did slow down some. Okay. Looking like this will be about a 40-second lap. That's not bad for him. Like, for Bullseye, that's a respectable lap. See how he does on the second chicane. All right, this is going to be the final attempt for all of our runners.
King Bandit starts on the buzzer.
It's totally fine, and this is the challenge. This is timer being done, so... Ooh. Beleos in the red, opting to just go fast. I can respect that. See what he can do with this turn. Ooh, Mageius, he got a lap record. Alright, and let's see how Beleos' final attempt goes and King Bean's final attempt.
Oh, Mageius restarted. He can't do that anymore.
Two 203.94, Beleos with the buzzer beater PB.
Yeah, 203.94.
Best time is 132.1-ish, and then after that he was going to see a couple 132s and then 133s, so 134 is very solid here. Corkscrew, and he dives for it. Very hard turn. Paige coming in herself with it. It should be, I would say, moderate heat, probably a little lower than she wants. See how it turns out.
Yeah, not having the broadcast frozen over there is a little interesting. We just, always have to guess as to Paige's heat level.
I mean, it's not dropping to 0 yet, so it's at least okay.
I think she's getting really close to 0. She is struggling to keep her heat up.
Yeah, I would say that as well. It's like very close. Oh, there we can see it drop just there below the mark that we can see. So it's a very tough track.
Uh huh.
To hold that boost enough for 31.52, possibly on pace to beat her 136.1. And it appears my dog is upset with me being on the call to do this, so that's nice.
It's just a sound effect in game.
Yeah. I don't know if you do this, but Ben actually has a rare glitch where he'll start barking. Paige coming in a 135, I think it'll be a 135.43. Solid time and save for Paige. 426. Not bad at all.
So that is her new best in this session. Yeah, he's about average, but there are much better pods for turning.
Yeah, and oftentimes you might see runners use Mars Guo or Bullseye here, even though Bullseye is significantly slower than a couple other pods here, but just for that agility purpose, it's way easier to use those pods. So the fact that we even have a 2 out of 2 ratio shows that these runners are very solid at the game, know what they're doing. Very confident, I would say, as well, to be able to run Ben first time.
Yeah, you don't use Ben Quadinaros on this track unless you know you can get better than a 138.
Yeah.
And like I said, with the trying to reach maximum heat by the end of the run, the margin on that is so tight here that if you're not, in the top 10 runners, you can't do it. It is extraordinarily difficult to achieve.
Yeah, and even then, honestly, I don't think I've seen more than 3 or 4 runners of our top runners even get to top heat on this track.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever caught fire at the end.
I've caught fire for 1 frame one time.
Nice.
Looks like BananaBoatKid's on a really good pace if I look at it correctly. I think he was a sub 103 combination of the first 2 laps here. And it looks like a 133.
7.8. Nice.
7.8. A very nice time for BananaBoatKid. Let's see what it comes out to.
That puts him in 3rd place on this track out of the runners who have qualified so far.
Make any more progress, really. I mean, I think everyone would want to do a personal best in qualifying, because obviously these are going to be where we see the best times done on tracks. It's unlikely we're going to see these sorts of times done in the matches. So, the records that they achieve on here, I presume, won't count towards the best times for the tournament as such, but rather only for the qualifying session.
Yeah, I think so too. Because we did have kingbeandip PB on Rabbi and Gateway and Gauntlet in his qualifying run, and Domirae, I think, PB'd on those 2 tracks as well.
Yeah, that was a very good first lap from Ace, that last lap. So this is definitely quick enough to be a 31.
Yeah, it all depends on this lap. And here we go. 29, my God. He's on pace to break 132.
Yeah, he used an extra boost there, actually, so it's interesting to see how he will manage that on this lap.
Yeah, this is pretty tense. Nails the corkscrew 1 final time.
Good heat as well through there. Not too much wasted.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he's going to break it. He's going to break it really royally.
131.82, and he caught fire and crashed to the finish.
I think that might be,
131.822.
I think that might be a personal best for him.
Let me take a look, because... Let's take... Not quite. His record is 130.889. But...
With no skips.
Oh, that was with skips. Oh! With skips. Oh, yeah, without skips. Without skips, his record is 131.960, and he just set a full track world record there. I didn't expect to see a world record in tourney this soon, but we have. That is a new full track world record Ace just pulled.
I guess he's going to finish with that. I mean, he could try and go a little bit quicker if he wanted, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if he just leaves it at that now.
Yeah, he can really. I mean, he needs to submit that to speed run because he just set a new full track world record with it. Did not expect to see a world record run.
Yeah, so he's 0.8 of a second up now on the split time with that last result.
Yeah.
I mean, like you say, Grabvine's really the big one because, I mean, it's a track where you could easily lose a couple of seconds. So he still needs to do well. If he wants to take pole, he still needs to do definitely very well on the last two tracks. But it's certainly within Ace's capability, I would say. So.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Ace did not expect to get PB'd at all there. And it looks like he's changing his parts. Not so good. Gets 156.633.
Which is just really weird. So I believe that he did the run with the default tires, not the stock tires. I haven't played that game in forever.
Yeah. 33.59 for Lightning. Oof. Lost that critical boost. He really needs to make it up on this roll string corkscrew. And he isn't. Oof. Lightning is under a recipe for underheating pretty badly.
I guess we'll find out in a minute, Nacho.
He really needs to go pell-mell on this final lap.
33 is a decent time.
Yeah.
For his lap 2. We'll see if he can hold this together. He'll get one more attempt after this run. Is what there is time for. He survives that turn.
He survives the corkscrew. Okay,
yeah, this will definitely be a best for him. 39.
139.9. 139.796.
All right, that's better.
That's a time I honestly. Yeah, that's what in the world? Jogilbee's coming in with 145. No!
Yep.
Wow!
He previously had a 145.4, I believe.
Yeah.
A 145.0 is obviously better, and his timer is not muted. Yeah, so since the timer has gone off, no new runs can be started from this point. Jogilbee's game crashed.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll just assume that was 145.075.
Yeah.
Once in a while this game crashes after you complete a race.
Yeah. The Steam version is a bit more crash prone than the GOG version.
Oh no,
though.
it didn't crash.
32.24 for Lightning. I think he's having some OBS issues.
Yeah. Oh, no, there it is.
145.71. And Goblin comes in with a 157.17, which is still slightly faster. And Lightning comes in with 138.073. Okay. We got everyone got their best times on their last attempt here.